Hello YouTube, and welcome to the hidden video from my 100 subscriber special. This is a video of the game Natural Selection. As you have guessed, Natural Selection 2. This is the closed beta for Natural Selection 2. And Natural Selection pretty much started out, as I said in my intro video, as a Half-Life mod. This game pretty much allows you to take a double perspective from being an RTS player to a first-person player. You're basically playing as an alien or as a marine. I'll talk more about the game and its details and how it works. But for now, you can see that I am an alien. I'm in the Skulk form. The Skulk's form's abilities are that it can do like a little dash at an enemy, do a little bit more extra damage, and it can also climb walls. You can see that I'm also currently in alien vision, or predator vision as I like to call it. And you pretty much press F and you get to see things in nice green and red patterns, where you see alerts and stuff like that. So what I'm pretty much doing right now is I've headed over to Marine Start. So that's where the Marines start. That's where the human beings start, pretty much the human faction. And I'm standing at this little attic kind of like area, waiting for someone to jump to go in front of me so I can jump in and hit them. So more about the game. The game pretty much is in closed beta right now. It's been I wouldn't say it's safe and secure and stable build. It's definitely still got a long way to go. Pretty much there are a lot of bugs with the game. The lag is sometimes just unbearable. There are sound bugs. With the reason that my video that you're watching now falls short is because of the sound bug. Pretty much, the game needs a lot of work before it can be released as a proper and official game. But it is definitely a very powerful start. If anything, if any more comments I can give about the game is that the visuals are absolutely stunning. The game's atmosphere and the game's kind of like I don't know, the way it just looks, and the way the models are, and the way the aliens and marines are designed. It's very, it kind of is, how can I describe it? It's very, you get very immersed in the environment, and it's very easy to lose track of time when playing this game on both sides, being marine or alien. So I talked earlier about how the game has, two kind of different forms. You can see here that as an alien, you get to evolve, and the more res you obtain, which you get from killing enemies and listening to objectives, you will be able to evolve into different life forms. You can see now that I'm kind of speeding forward the part where I'm evolving, and now I'm in my fade form. The fade, pretty much, I'll talk about the fade and the drifter and all that a little bit later, but going back to my initial point, which is the fact that you can play this game in two perspectives. Now in this video I'm only showing you one perspective, which is the FPS style of play, where I'm pretty much an alien running around, pretty much destroying people, killing buildings, all that fun stuff. What you can also do is you could assume and play the game from a commander perspective. As a commander, you'll get to construct buildings as the marine, or you can establish your hives and build other biostructures as an alien. So while right now you see me, I'm playing and I'm destroying other buildings, there's a commander who is looking at us from a third-person perspective, sort of like a bird's eye view, and he or she sees the entire map. And all these buildings that you see here, these hydras next to the eggs, are pretty much his construction or her construction. And you can see all the green dots are pretty much the alien spread. The aliens need the infestation, which is this kind of gooey thing on the ground, for you to be able to build anywhere. Marines can build any place that is not infested, and you can do cool things like burn the infestation off. But more on that later when I continue this series of videos, because one video is definitely not enough to discuss all the features of this game. So let's talk about the forms. Let's talk about what I'm doing right now. The form I'm in right now is called the Fade. You can see that the Fade's ability is pretty much teleportation, fading. I can pretty much right click and then I can transport or teleport almost instantly to a location very quickly, and you can do things like get behind your enemy or get behind enemy turrets, and then you can get in locations where the Marine commander or the Marine players could think that you are incapable of reaching. Another thing about the Fade is that the Fade has a lot of HP, 300 HP and something like 100 armor. Yeah, there you go, you can see it, but it's kind of falling apart now as I'm getting shot at by these Marine guys and getting shot by the turret. But look at that, I used my teleport when I have 16 HP left, and now I'm just teleporting back to my hive where I can regain some health. So this is the third tier, pretty much. You start out as a skulk. Oh no, this is the fourth tier, my bad. You start out as a skulk. A skulk is like a dog form sort of like thing, which you saw in the beginning. The reason Fade is pretty much probably my favorite alien form, just because it's very convenient. You can get out of tough spots really easily, and that's what about being alien is all about for me. Going in, doing damage, and getting back out. Or even if you're a skulk, just distracting the enemy at one location. Like, see right there, I use my Fade abilities, and I'm destroying these power nodes. And now I'm gonna run away when I get chased down by a Marine. Power nodes are pretty much like a they're sort of like a power base for the Marine player. If you are a Marine commander, you will not be able to build any buildings if the power node in your sector is not up and running. So you can see that the orange power node is still up, and that will allow the Marine player to see into these zones, to monitor any alien movement into the zone, and then he can also build buildings in the sector. So there are a lot of strategic elements to natural selection too. You can definitely approach the game and make the game very competitive, not just on a skill-based level, because that obviously matters, as it would in any other first-person shooter, but the real-time strategy element really makes it a game of, I foresee a very, 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 very big and a bright future for this game. You can see here that I'm trying to sneak by, but there's a turret, so I'm just gonna run down here and start attacking this extractor here. So yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of potential definitely for natural selection. There's a lot that still needs to be fixed. The servers are very laggy sometimes. The game itself is very unstable. It gets several crashes. It took me so long to actually try to get some decent footage, and I actually wanted my first footage to be Marine footage, but this alien footage was quite nice because I showcased a bunch of different stuff in it. If I were to describe the game a little bit more, you can see that from an alien perspective, that is pretty much it. From a first-person perspective, at least. If I go to the hive, which is sort of like my command station, but for an alien, specifically the base, I can press E, interact with it, and then I sort of like go within the hive, and then I am able to build stuff and also command other troops around, which is something quite cool. And since all the troops in the game, all the units in the game are pretty much human players, it's kind of interesting to see how they react, and teams really do have to listen to their commanders. So now I'm transforming into another form, and this is the Lurk. The Lurk pretty much has like a machine gun kind of like thing, and you can basically fly with it, and it can't attach to walls, but it can get to nice spots. See, that's a Lurk right there, and you can aim and shoot with the Lurk, and you can see that I'm trying to hit this guy, but he, I think, is going to get the best of me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to run away, but I'm gonna get shot down by a shotgun. A big part of this game is that whenever I do play this, that's the second form. It's the Gorge. It's pretty much a bulky kind of tank creature that I don't go through in this video just because I really can't stand the thing. But I forgot my train of thought. yeah, so I'm playing with a lurk here, trying to get some kills with it, and this is as close in an alien form as you get to aiming something and hitting it. You can see here that I'm using the vent system to get from one sector to another, and I'm trying to kind of scout out if there's an enemy and check what happens here. This is actually one of the cool kills. I'm gonna hit the guy once, and then I'm gonna try to aim it again, and then zoom and bam, right there, took him down, and then I'm gonna get shot down by this guy over here. So you can see that that stuff on the ground is the alien infestation. So how do you get this? You know, it's closed beta. How would you go about obtaining this? The only way you can get Natural Selection 2 right now is you can't even buy it on Steam, even though I am playing it on Steam. The only way you can get it is to go to their website, actually, which I have provided in the underbar or the description bar, whatever you want to call it. You can go there and you can you have to actually pre-purchase the game, and it costs $34.99 if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, and yeah, so that's kind of a weird thing about a closed beta, is that you don't really expect it to be for money, but that's the only way you can play the game, is to pre-purchase it. And fans of the game from the time it was a Half-Life mod are definitely going to buy it. Me myself, really, I didn't play the game in its Half-Life stage, but I heard about it, and I remember some of my old gamer friends used to play it. So it was definitely a nice change of pace and something new to tackle, other than my usual medieval styled Total War games and Warband and all that stuff. One more thing that you can do as an alien is you can go, you can pretty much just, you have the leniency to go around and just, go crazy and just be attacking anything that moves. Because aliens respawn instantly, as opposed to Marines, who kind of have like a timer. And also aliens get, and you can see like over there, we got that very nasty lag issue. And then it ended up with the Hydra, which is like a kind of like a turret for aliens, killing that guy, and he's like, holy shit, Hydras. And yeah, Hydra spam is looked down upon in this game. So as I was saying, I'm an alien right now. I can come over here and just keep attacking people. It's I can't do that as a Marine though, because if I do, the aliens will swarm the base, and you can see that I'm playing it as an alien, and I'm just trying to push their base as far as I can, because if Marines do expand, they will generally expand slowly. They'll generally take their base. From what I've played so far, I'm not that good at the game. I'm probably not that familiar with the strategy, but I can tell you that Marines will often start off quite slow, and then they will sort of like build their way through the map, section by section, bit by bit, clear it down, get a command station down, get an armory down, get some turrets down, provide cover. And then once they do that, once they capture about a third of the map, it becomes very hard for the alien player to actually do any damage without some serious teamwork. So you can see right now that I'm just trying to go into locations where I know that there will not be any other Marine presence, because they're either respawning or they're protecting their base because of previous attacks. So I'm just pretty much wrecking havoc. It's not like I have a certain agenda in mind. I'm just, going around in different forms and attacking their extractors and structures. The extractors pretty much allow you to get plasma, which is the main resource for the game, and you also have power, which is, as I said, related to the power nodes. Another cool thing is that in alien perspective, certain units or unit types can build certain, like a Gorge can set up a Hydra, I think, and in Marine, as a Marine, you can build or construct any building that your commander sets in place. So I can, as a commander, go ahead and take my sentry gun, for example, place it somewhere, and then order one of my Marines to go build it up. So that's kind of an interesting perspective. You can see here that I'm kind of stuck in that vent. I do apologize if the audio is a little bit off sync. That is because my Fraps has been acting up really weirdly lately. It still records, but it's doing this weird thing with sound. I try my best to fix it when I do the editing and all that, but most of the time it ends up not working. And I'm not sure what this guy is doing here. It looks like he's hurting himself or regurgitating or something. I think he's burning. Yeah, he's probably burning. So I'm just gonna go through the. You can see that at this stage of the game, and see sound starts to go off for some player. This is the biggest bug in the game right now. The sound going off. This is what actually stopped me from continuing the videos. The sound went off, and once the sound goes off, well, it's not a very interesting thing to watch now, is it? Yeah, definitely. This game is still in its very early stages. It would be very nice to kind of see like a third faction approach, or maybe even a fourth, or a mix between both, or something like that. It would be nice to see where the game is going in the future. They definitely still need to work on their animations, though. Definitely still need to work on how the game flows together. Because if you're an alien, killing a skulk is the bitchiest thing in the planet. It is just very difficult to do that. Seeing that skulks kind of like jump all over the place, and the animations aren't smooth at all. And the controls are fine. The controls are okay actually, but it's very difficult to kind of gauge where the attacker is coming from a marine perspective. I'll definitely be making more videos from actual selections in the future. I'll be making marine perspective, and I'll be making alien perspective, but from a commander point of view, and the same thing for a marine from a commander point of view. So you can see here that I'm just working on that power node and working on the extractor, but I'm gonna get burned by a flamethrower by Tig. No, it wasn't Tig, it was some other guy. Can't remember the name. And now I'm gonna go ahead and evolve into a fade to cause some more damage. You can see that the main battle is really happening on auxiliary node and the west wing. West wing is where the Marines have a hold, and that's why I'm saying once the Marines do establish a base, it becomes very difficult for the alien to actually move in and take it. If the Marine commander can command his troops properly. So as long as Marines keep their advance steady, it should be a fairly simplistic task, unless of course you're met with other players who are more skilled. And you can see here that I'm just showing you guys how it would look like without the thermal or predator perspective. So I'm gonna try to zoom in behind that guy, and then I'm gonna go keep trying to chasing him. And here we go. Try to catch that guy off guard. Look at that. Start swinging at him, swinging at him, swinging at him, swinging at him, and look at that. That's another, proof that the game's the game's lag and latency problems are that they're a big killjoy. Like for me, for example, when I was playing with my friend the other day, we were enjoying it. We were enjoying the game, but then things like this, where lag and the sound goes off and all that, you can start hearing the sound going off right now with sound glitches and stuff like that. So definitely not the most perfect game out there. Definitely not the most well-coded or optimized environment to be playing in, but it is definitely one of the most highest potential for any game that I've seen lately. A very intelligent and very original idea, and it presents a very new approach to the RTS and FPS genres, where previously one would think that they're kind of like separate genres. But this really does mix it together. It really makes one game have and include both elements of the genres, and it adds all the interesting parts of each genre into the mix. So definitely a game to look out for in the future. A game that I will be covering in close detail. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the 100 subscriber special. You can go back and click on any of the annotations if you missed any of the other videos. And I'm Gamer Dudes here. Thanks for watching. Keep subscribing and commenting and doing what you've been doing, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the videos that I will bring you guys in the future.